A mother once approached Napoleon seeking pardon for her son. The emperor replied that the young man had committed a crime twice that by conventional law in France required that the young man be put to death. But I don't ask for justice, the mother replied. I plead for mercy. But Napoleon said, but your son doesn't deserve mercy. And the mother said, sir, it would not be mercy if it was deserved. Mercy is all I ask for. And moved, Napoleon said, let it be done then. I will have mercy on your son. And that day he spared him. With our theme this past Sunday being God's unchanging mercy in worship, it's only fitting that we continue reflecting on this theme together this week in the book of James. James is a book largely about the relationship between Christian faith and acts of charity, or good works. How ought we to respond to the grace and forgiveness we've been given by God through the life, death, and resurrection of Jesus with our responsibility to do good in the world, to love God and love our neighbor? James makes it clear that one is not a true follower of Jesus or a true Christian that has been saved by grace through faith if it doesn't manifest itself in good works in the life of the believer. Imitating the mercy of God is one way that we participate in doing acts of charity, good works in response. We imitate the mercy of God in the way we show mercy to others. In James chapter 2, verse 13, we read, for judgment will be without mercy to anyone who has shown no mercy. Mercy triumphs over judgment. The key part of what makes mercy mercy is that it is undeserved and unmerited. In that story about Napoleon that I shared, the mother's son was completely guilty of the crimes that he had committed. The law necessitated that he be put to death. But the mother pleaded for mercy, which at first befuddled Napoleon because he didn't know what mercy meant. Mercy is not being spared of punishment because you're innocent. It's being spared of punishment even though you're guilty. It's a powerful demonstration of love for those who don't deserve it. The Apostle James in our passage is pointing to Christians, followers of Jesus, and calling them, encouraging them, that they participate in the same mercy that was once given to them. They have been recipients of the greatest act of mercy the world has ever known. God has spared them of his wrath and his just punishment of death that they deserve because of their sin. And James is calling us, in response to God's mercy that he has given to us, to participate in showing mercy towards others. We've been the beneficiaries of mercy, mercy we did not deserve. As a result, we are called to emulate that same mercy in the way we treat others. When you have the power, so far as it depends on you, you can demonstrate mercy by forgiving those who do you wrong. Mercy, when properly practiced, has the power to change the hearts of not only you, but the person who receives it. Conventional wisdom tells us that those who do wrong should be punished for it. An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. But mercy demonstrates a higher law, one given by God. We can show just a taste of God's love by giving them a morsel of the mercy they can expect if they give their lives over to God and trust Jesus. Showing mercy reveals to others that there's another way to live that isn't guided by the moral compass of justice and wrath, but the moral compass of love over judgment. Mercy triumphs over judgment, James says, and the seeds of God's kingdom are spread in another's heart every time we have the opportunity to practice it.